Hey guys, a couple of weeks ago I unboxed two CDJ3000s and one DJM-S11, and within a couple of weeks there's pictures and videos all over my Instagram and all over my YouTube, but I'm using the DJM900NX2 mixer. And I wasn't actually going to make a video about why I swapped them, but so many of you asked, I thought I'd just make a super quick video telling you the 3 reasons why I decided to swap these out. And I have to say, this is not a review video, these are just literally the 3 reasons I decided to send the one back and get the others instead. So, let's do it. Okay guys, so here are the 3 reasons, and I'm going to keep this really brief because, as I said, there's not a huge amount to say. There were just 3 main reasons that just were niggling at me, and I thought, no, send it back, get the other one instead. Number 1, the S11s didn't have this thing called Q-Link, right? Now the Q-Link allows you to do some pretty cool stuff with the CDJ3000s. You can preview tracks in your headphones by just hitting the waveforms. So it means while a track's playing, I can go and preview one of the other tracks that I might want to play. Another cool thing is you can actually go forward on the track that's currently playing and listen to a bit later on in that track. I saw that when I was watching the reviews of these things. I was like, that is really, really cool. But didn't realize the S11 doesn't have this Q-Link. So it meant when I arrived, I wasn't allowed to do those things that drew me to these DJ decks, or one of the things that drew me to these DJ decks. I'm just going to give you a super quick example. Let's say we've got this track playing here. It's playing, I've got the volume all the way turned down, but in my headphones, if I scan forward and click on this waveform, or if I want to go and preview another track here, really cool. But you can't do that if you have the S11. And I was like, I didn't just pay $2.5 for that DJ deck and $2.5 for that DJ deck just to find out that there's certain functionalities that I can't use because of my mixer. That really bothered me, that. The second thing is, the DJM-S11 obviously had all these pad features, which I was used to coming from a controller and Serato. As soon as I plugged them in though, I realized that most of the functionality of those pads only really worked if you had these DJ decks in something called HID mode, which essentially means that these become a controller that has to be plugged into a laptop. So instead of these things functioning on their own, they are just controlling a computer program, which is what all controllers do, right? And so you still have those pad features with the hot cues and all that stuff, but it had to be connected to a laptop. And that kind of bothered me because the whole purpose of these things is they're independent standalone devices, and I didn't want to be just using these in the same way I use my controller. I wanted to use these as you should use CDJs, which is standalone stuff. So it kind of put me off, and I was like, oh, I don't want to have to use them on CDJ, on HID mode. I want to actually just use them as they're supposed to be used, you know? Like, that was the main thing, which kind of takes me on to the third and final point, which is I wanted to get used to the club standard, industry standard setup, right? And I know that so many DJs hate that term, but it's true, and I can't be bothered to argue about it. And this is the industry standard setup. This mixer, these DJ decks. And so the third and final thing was just like, yeah, I've got this thing and it's cool, but it's not the reason I bought these things, right? It's like, it's not fitting into the mold of why I got these in the first place. And of course, this is a really, really awesome mixer. Like, this is the one everybody has with these DJ decks. And I thought, Phil, don't go breaking the mold. These things are gonna just constantly bother you now. Just get the Nexus to like 900, just get that. It's just the safe bet, basically. So there we go. That's it. I'm not going to draw this video out any longer. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but those are the reasons that were just niggled at me, and I was like, that's going to really piss you off, Phil. Just send it back and swap them, and that's that. Which is what I've done. Haven't looked back since. Think these things are awesome, and I'm thoroughly enjoying using these DJ decks. I'm going to wrap that video up there. Why not go and check out this video where I teach my wife how to DJ. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Ciao.